Hey guys, I bet you're surprised to see me on here because quite honestly I haven't really released a video on my second channel in quite some time. But because my main channel is going so well, I've surpassed 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely epic. And I have been struggling to get more content out just because it takes me so long to create these tutorials. And while I do have a life outside of Surface Studio is not my main job at all. It's just a hobby that I'm doing on the side. I've decided to just try to get into vlogging again, just to give you a little bit more of a inside view of what is going on, keep you up to date with, what's happening, what's coming up, and just answer some common questions. Let me know if you enjoy these rather random vlogs. If you don't, well, that's just too bad. They're gonna come at you anyway, so let's jump into the first one. As you're probably aware, Surface Studio has actually surpassed 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which quite honestly, I never thought I'd get there. But like when I first started out, I had like 100 subscribers. I'm like, yeah, if I ever reach 100,000 in my mind, I always thought it's never gonna happen. And well, now we hit 100,000, which was absolutely stunning. I'm currently running a contest on the channel where you can actually win a Canon G7X or a few licenses for HitFilm 3 Pro, which FX Home was generous enough to provide. Go check that out for your chance to win. You have up until the 30th of August to submit an entry on your YouTube channel, and on the 30th of August, I'll pick the winner and then I'll contact them, and then soon after that, I'll release a winner announcement video, if you want to call it that. Now, as much as I love rewarding all of my subscribers, running a contest on YouTube is actually quite a bit of a hassle because it used to be really easy back in the days. You just said, like, favorite, comment on the video, and I'll pick one at random to win a prize. You're not actually allowed to do that anymore, and YouTube has been actively shutting down videos and giving them strikes for doing contests that encourage the viewers to thumb up or favorite or to comment on the video because they felt like it was falsely creating traffic to your video. And so if you're running a contest on YouTube, one of the guidelines or one of the rules is that it has to be a contest of skill. So you need to have to answer a question, or you need to be able to do something to earn the prize. If you don't do that, YouTube is very quick at shutting down your video and giving your channel a strike. And once you get 3 strikes, you get suspended, which quite honestly, I don't really want to have happen to my channel. And that's why I've tried to come up with a question that would, be challenging enough to get people to think about it. But I wanted to reward long-time subscribers, which is why the question relates to all of the videos on my channel. And if you've watched more of them, you have a better chance of winning, hopefully. Also, because this is the first giveaway where I'm actually giving out fairly substantial prizes, at least in my humble opinion, I felt that there was enough of an incentive for people to really put in the effort and really do something big. And I've already seen some of the entries on YouTube, and some of them look pretty awesome. In retrospect, I feel I should have put a bit more weight onto the creative side of things rather than just mainly using the number as the determining factor for who's going to win. But, water under the bridge. I'm going to run this contest now on the 30th of August, pick a winner, then contact them and get all of that sorted out. And then I'll do another contest in, I'm not quite sure, a million. A million feels really far away, but then again, I've said the same thing about 100,000 when my subscriber count was like 500 or 100. My next milestone is obviously going to be a million, which I don't know whether I'm going to get there or when I'm going to get there, but there'll definitely be a contest. I might do one at 500,000 subscribers. I don't want to do one at every 100,000 milestone because it's just going to get too much, and I'd rather focus on creating more tutorials for you guys. Now, in regards to tutorials take me a very long time to make. People always assume that, you sit under the screen, you talk a little bit, you film a little bit, and you're done. The average tutorial probably takes me around 20 hours, like literally in terms of solid work. I have to spend 6 solid hours today, which was just aligning the VOs with the cut up screen recordings that I've done. So on top of that, you always have recording the screen, which I think it took me about 2 hours, recording the VOs, which is a bit of overhead. You got to plan it, you got to obviously film the intro, outro, then there's post-production effects for the intro and outro, and this one does have quite a few that I need to put on. So all up, this one's probably going to take me around 30 hours. It's going to be a pretty long one as well. I think I'm already at 35 minutes or something. I'm going to try to trim it down a little bit, but it'll probably be sitting somewhere around the 30 minutes. It will be coming out in 2 weeks' time, so not in this weekend. I'm trying to release it on the 30th of August actually. So I'll release it, and in the same time I'll be looking into who's going to win my contest. So do look out for that. There'll be a new tutorial coming, and I hope you like it. One thing I've been considering is obviously trying to branch out into a few different pieces of software. most of my tutorials are After Effects. I have a few Premiere tutorials and they're doing surprisingly well on YouTube. People enjoy them, and so I feel like I'm going to do a few more Premiere Pro tutorials. I've also been thinking about doing potentially Photoshop, because I use Photoshop quite a bit, even for my short films and my filmmaking. I tend to use the clone stamp a lot just to create clean plates and remove people from shots, so it's been really helpful, and I feel like I'd want to do like an absolute beginners for Photoshop as well, just to get people into using it, because it is a great tool once you get a head around it. Pretty much like most of the tools in Adobe's range, actually, they are really great tools once you've figured out how to use them. It's all about figuring out how to use them and learning them. There's always a bit of a learning curve, and so that puts a lot of people off. But once you've figured out how to use After Effects, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, to me Lightroom is a big one as well. Adobe Audition is another one that I love to use. There's a lot of value in there. You can get a lot of great stuff done with these tools. They're not perfect, and I'm feeling like I'm going to make a review video of After Effects CC 2015, which I'm not a fan of. There's a lot of things in there that I find either buggy or just not very well thought through. At least for my personal workflow, some things just don't work too well. But again, I'm juggling this with a whole bunch of other things. I've got a ton of tutorials that I want to do. I've also got some holidays coming up towards the end of the year, so I'm trying to pre-build or build up a few tutorials in the bank that I can then release while I'm away, and I'm kind of struggling. I'm always very much living tutorial to tutorial or video to video. I've never really got anything banked up, just because I do have a full-time job and it's not YouTube, so YouTube is really just on the side. I mean, I'm pursuing it pretty strongly now because it is growing so well, and it's, seems to be taking me somewhere. Where that might be, I have no idea yet, but there are a lot of things on my plate with work, and obviously I do want to keep doing tutorials, so I think I'll leave it at that. That was quite a rant and a little bit of a tangent, but I feel like I do want to vlog a little bit more to give you a bit more background information of what is going on. I hope you're enjoying these vlogs, or the first one of them anyways. I hope I'll get to do quite a few more. They're nice and easy to film, and they'll be easy to edit in comparison to all the other things that I do tend to do. Make sure you check out my main channel, which is youtube.com/Surface Studio, and subscribe if you want to watch filmmaking and visual effects tutorials, and come back for more. I'm pretty sure I'll be putting out some more vlogs. Again, leave me comments, questions, or suggestions down in the section below. I do tend to answer pretty much everything I get, at least while I still can. At 100,000, it's getting a bit of a challenge, again, just time-wise, with answering everyone's questions on Facebook, Twitter, and of course on YouTube, but I'll try to keep up. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you later.